Hola, bonjour, hello. Welcome to Chantus Tarot. Hi, everyone. Welcome. This is a general love reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of April 2020. Aquarius, I'm so sorry that due to personal health reasons, I wasn't able to complete your March love reading. So that's why you are going first. You get your video first for the month of April. If you want to skip right ahead to the reading itself, I will have the timestamp listed in the description box and in a pinned comment below. Yeah, if you're still with me, I wanted to update you on a few things. So moving forward, all of the tarot drawings that I do, the free monthly tarot drawings, will now be done exclusively on Instagram. It's just much too complicated for me to have to try to track people down via Instagram and email and YouTube. It makes it much simpler for me. And for the winner of the free drawing, if we're just communicating on Instagram. So if you're interested in entering to win a free reading with me, you just need to follow me at Chantus Tarot and leave a comment on a post for that particular month. So for the month of April, anything that I post in the month of April, you will be entered to win a free reading that will be announced on May 1st. So that will be moving forward for all of my monthly videos. Next, I wanted to remind you, take what resonates, leave the rest. You know, you were drawn here for a reason. Just because the message doesn't entirely resonate with you from from beginning to end does not mean that there aren't messages within it that resonate for you. If nothing does, that's okay too. There are plenty of tarot readers out there, and I'm sure that eventually you will find someone who delivers the message that you need to hear. That being said, this message is for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or if you have it anywhere in your chart. You could also be cross-watching for an Aquarius. And finally, you could have just simply been intuitively guided here. Whatever the reason or season, you are very welcome. So let's get started. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. So Ten of Swords has to do with pain, anguish. It's, you know, I'm not going to lie, it's a challenging card. So this could be the energy that you are bringing into the month of April. It could be residual. You know, the world is going through a very challenging time right now, so this makes sense. This could be mental or emotional pain. It could be physical pain if you're ill. Whatever it is, I am happy to say that it is coming to an end, or it will come to an end. There is light at the end of the tunnel because tens indicate completion. So it's always darkest before the dawn. This should be in some way encouraging because it means that things may be feeling really terrible now, but they're going to get better. They are going to get better. At the bottom of this heart spread, we have the Knight of Wands and the Five of Wands. So this is a lot of fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I get battle from this. So the Knight of Wands is dressed, you know, as a knight. He's prepared for battle, for war. And then the Five of Wands is a card that has to do with conflict, strife, competition. So there seems to be strife here, and that could be for a lot of reasons. You know, with the current state of the world, it could be, for example, it could be that you are homebound with your partner, with your domestic partner, with your husband, or your, you know, your boyfriend or girlfriend. And the two of you are not used to being in such close quarters for such extended periods. So it's causing, you know, stress between the two of you. It's putting stress on the relationship, which is perfectly understandable. I think that's happening in homes all over the world. It could also mean that you're possibly involved with a younger fire sign. But yeah, I just think it's perfectly understandable. It could also be that, you know, maybe you don't live with your significant other, or maybe you're casually dating with someone, whatever the status of, whatever your relationship status is. It could be that, you know, the current political climate, you know, the current epidemic is causing separation between the two of you, physical distance, and that is causing stress on the relationship. But to me, this indicates stress, conflict, war. Next, we have the Two of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So Pentacles have to do with earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. High Priestess is also affiliated with the number 2. And she, when I think of the High Priestess, I think of the water signs, particularly Scorpio, Pisces. So the thing I noticed right away is that there's 2 and 2, right? So I think there's some mirroring energy between you and your romantic interest, or lover or partner. You guys are, and I say guys, but you could be of any gender, you know, sexual orientation. It matters not. I'm referring more to the energy. You're mirroring each other here with 2 2s. So perhaps you're seeing things in your significant other that remind you of yourself, or perhaps, you know, you're behaving as mirrors for each other, or they're seeing things in you that remind them of themselves, their self. That doesn't sound right, but you get it. So the 2s have to do with balance, with partnership. Every time I look at this card, I see the number 8. So again, I feel like the 8 for someone, this message could be just for one person. The number 8 is significant. It could be, I don't know, that you're in quarantine for another 8 weeks, that something significant happens on April 8th. Maybe it's a birthday, 8 hours, I don't know, but 8 seems significant. So it must be for somebody. The High Priestess has to do with intuition, and inner knowing and guidance. So, you know, there's a lot going on right now, as I've said, and as I'm sure you're aware, if you're watching this video in March of 2020. I think even though there's a lot unknown, we need to trust. We need to have faith that things will resolve each other, that things will resolve, and that we will eventually find a resolution individually, on a relationship level, and globally. So find your balance, find your inner balance, find balance in the relationship, because you know, world peace begins with inner peace at the individual level. So trust that even though we don't know exactly the outcome of the current global crisis, trust that there will be an end, there will be a resolution, and find balance in the meantime. Okay, next we have the Chariot and the Hierophant. So these are both major arcana. The Chariot has to do with travel, with movement, and travel and movement can be both figurative or literal. It doesn't mean you're actually physically making a trip, because a lot of people in the world right now can't. So the Hierophant has to do with commitment. It's also affiliated with the sign of Taurus. The Chariot is affiliated with the sign of Cancer. So it could mean that you and your partner are moving towards greater commitment, and that could mean moving in together. It could mean getting engaged. It could be getting married. It could be deciding that you want to have children together. Whatever that means to you, a higher level of commitment. That's what I'm seeing here. I read intuitively, so that's what I'm getting. These horses, this vehicle is moving towards the Hierophant, towards greater commitment, towards greater stability, towards greater faith. So I know during trying times, a lot of people turn to religion or to some sort of spiritual practice in order to ground them, to make them feel safe, in order to make sense of things, because a lot of things right now don't make sense. So this could also mean that in an effort to find peace within your relationship and within yourself, you are moving towards a greater commitment to your personal faith, whatever that means to you. You know, you could be Christian, you could be Buddhist, Hindu, you know, agnostic. It doesn't matter. I just think that many are becoming more committed to their spiritual practice. Yeah. And, you know, a Taurus or a Cancer could be significant to you, or you could have either of those signs in your astrological chart. Next, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So Pentacles has to do with earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Ten of Wands is fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. My first thought is that money, financial issues are causing burdens in your relationship. And that also makes sense, right? Because a lot of people are out of work now, or they've had to transition to working online. So that could cause problems. If you're, suddenly you're not leaving home to work, it may be difficult for you to find space in your own home, right? Especially if you have a very small living space and you have to carve out space for yourself, your partner needs to carve out space for themselves, because space is important in a relationship. It's healthy to have, boundaries, and, when you are not able to go outside of your home, you have to get creative. So working at home could be becoming stressful for many people, and it could be adding stress to your relationship. Also, financial difficulties, like if you have a job where you don't have the luxury of being able to transition to working online and you're out of work, it could be causing financial hardship, and that's what I see here. But again, we have a 10. 10s mean ending of cycles. So if you're experiencing hardships, financial hardships, or you're having, if you're having some challenges in your relationship because you're forced to share space at home and you have to figure out which part is going to be your living space, which part is going to be your working space, I believe that it will be resolved, that you will come to an understanding. If you're out of work, I believe that you will get the financial assistance you need, or you will find a job that meets your financial needs. So if you're experiencing these challenges, have faith, trust that they will come to an end. Next, we have the Three of Cups and the Empress. Okay, so Three of Cups is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Empress is affiliated with Taurus and Libra. This is also like the mother card, like the great matriarch. So my immediate thought was that you might have 3 children, or children are living with you. You could be a mother or have maternal qualities if you're not a woman. But yeah, this mother figure is keeping an eye out. She's overseeing these 3 cups. So I feel like you might have 3 children that you need to care for, and yeah, that's just what I'm getting. That message could be for like one person. You may be living at home with 3 children, and they may or may not be your biological children, but you are potentially watching over them, and they could be water signs. That's what I'm thinking. But this is a very playful card, so I think there's a lot of laughter and playfulness, a lot of games, toys. These children are having fun at home. And I think something else I wanted to say about that is I think that children can teach adults as much as adults can teach children. Many children are very good at being in the moment and being present, in not allowing the past or the future to overwhelm them. And I think it's very easy as adults for us to get caught up in the noise of everyday life. Children can just sit and play and get lost in their play, and they forget what time it is, and they forget if, they had a bad day the day before, or, if they weren't feeling well earlier. And I think that's a lesson also, that even if you don't have children in your home, enjoy this moment with this time that you have being at home. If you are unable to leave your home, someone said to me yesterday, you're not stuck at home, you're safe at home. And I thought that was a beautiful way to frame it. You are safe at home. Now is a time to enjoy and feel gratitude for having a home to be safe in. Last card we have is Judgment. So I really like the way that this card interprets Judgment, which is a major arcana. It's number 20. 20 could be significant. Maybe something significant happens on April 20th. Yeah, I don't know. 2020. That might mean something to someone. So Judgment has to do with renewal, with reignition of a light, of an idea. And so light bulbs often can signify ideas, creativity, or an aha moment when you have an epiphany about something. So perhaps you or your loved one or both of you have a renewal, that your relationship, your connection is revitalized, that you have your time together during this challenging period in history has caused you to reevaluate your relationship and decide to begin anew. Perhaps you both are having a breakthrough and rebirth of your relationship. So if that's the case, many blessings to you. That's exciting. So I wish you so much joy and happiness. And if you're not in a committed partnership, perhaps, you have an epiphany about yourself. And that leads to you being able to open yourself more to love. And if you want a relationship, into attracting the relationship that you desire. Okay, Aquarius, I'm going to pull one last card to round out the reading. It's a Romance Angel Oracle card. Angels, archangels, benevolent spirit guides, Mother Mary, Holy Spirit, please. Oh, okay, that came out really fast. We have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So this could go a couple of ways, because I know I have people watching who are in relationships or have complicated relationship status, or who are single. So if you're single and you're looking to date someone or get involved with someone, this means that new love is on the horizon. It may not happen immediately, but it will happen. It can happen. If that's what you want, then you can manifest that. If, however, you're in a committed partnership and you have no desire to begin dating someone else, or if you're married and you're not looking to, leave your relationship, I think this just means that, as I said with the Judgment card, your relationship will be revitalized. It will be made new again. And it'll almost be like you're two new people in a relationship, even though it's someone that you may have known for years, that you two are going to reinvent yourselves, reinvent your relationship. So I think that's really exciting. Okay, Aquarius, I hope that reading was helpful. If it resonated and you feel guided to do so, please share, like, comment, subscribe. If only parts of it did, that's okay too. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if nothing resonated, it'll happen. This is a general reading. I recommend you take a look at videos of signs and other parts of your astrological chart, and you might find a message there that does resonate. So thank you for taking the time to watch. I'm wishing you so much love and light, safety and good health wherever you are in the world. Take good care. Bye.